Let me show you how I achieved my own box braids at home, girl. It was super easy. I'm going to show you my step-by-step and everything I used. Just keep on watching. I got you. So I am using the 3-pack of the Expressions, the pre-stretched braiding hair 58 inches, and I use 5 packs. And then I will also be using the braid gel from the Slick and Stay Isha brand. And I will be just combing through the hair just to get it started, to make sure that when it's time to separate it to start braiding, it's prepped and ready to go. Now, all of this stuff can be found on my Amazon storefront. So I'm using some of the Isha braid gel to help guide in parting my parts. It helps to clean your parts up, but it also helps smooth out the hair to give you some nice clean braids, y'all. Absolutely recommend it because my braids came out really nice, and it was, like I said, giving me some nice clean parts. So you kind of separate the hair. You get to be like, stay right here, girl, and you stay right here, girl. So basically it tames the flyaways. Now I'm separating the back into 2 sections, a top section and a bottom section, and I'm going to start doing the braids at the very bottom section first. Let's get this area out the way because I hate it. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of hair. Okay, I'm going to take a piece of hair and I'm going to take a chunk that's slightly smaller than the other half. Okay, so I'm going to crisscross them. Now the part that's a little bit thicker, I'm going to keep them as 2 separate strands. Now the part that was a little bit slimmer, I'm going to put it together as 1 strand. So basically I will end up with 3 strands that feels equal in density. So that's my way of braiding. I find it's way easier. So now that I have the hair divided into 3 pieces, I'm going to take my natural hair and split it into the 3 pieces and separate it. Each piece will go to 1 piece of the braiding hair. So that way we have 3 equal parts. Once I do that, I start braiding. I kind of start braiding as if I'm going to cornroll it, just so that way it doesn't go anywhere. I would recommend that for anyone who's a beginner, just so you don't have to worry about it slipping. And if your hair is short like mine, again, that is a really good technique so the hair doesn't slip out of the braid. So yeah, I do it all the time, and that's what works for me. Now I will also be having to tuck the hair. Some of the hair was poking out, so I had to unravel some of it and go back. You know, when you're braiding your own hair, girl, you're not a hair braider. You will go through these trials and errors. If you want your hair to be neat, you may see yourself unraveling a few pieces and going back just to make sure it's clean. Mainly I have these issues in the back of my head because I can't really see it as much as the front, and it is what it is. Once I'm finished with the back, the front will become a lot easier, y'all. I personally think it's coming out really cute already. Once you get a couple of rows done, it always looks a lot better, because the first row you were like, I don't know. Now I am sectioning off the top of my head now, because the back section is just those 2 rows. The top I split in half, as you can see, and then from that half I will be creating some rows all the way from the middle of my head all the way to the front, and I will continue doing that all the way to the top of my head. My plan is to try to make them as even as possible, so that way I have a bunch of sections that are equal in size. So all of this white residue is some of the braid gel that was left over from last night. So I'm finishing up my hair the next day, and I didn't smooth the hair into the braid gel. So you have to smooth the braid gel into the hair. If you just kind of leave it on the surface, it will dry out and it will leave this white residue, which you do not want. So I don't recommend just dabbling a little bit onto it just to part it and going to sleep like I did. Wait until you're actually ready to braid the hair to actually utilize the product. So I did get all of the product out of my hair. I kind of just brushed it out and it came out really, really easy. But as you can see, I did put more product back into the parts as I'm braiding it. So like I said, the product is really good, but it's really good to use it as you're going to actually style your hair. Do not put it on there just to part it and just let it go, because it will get dry and crust up. You have to smooth it into the hair, warm it into your scalp and your skin, if that makes sense. However, this is my 3rd row and I'm hyped because I'm like, yes, baby, you are coming out really cute. I personally like to braid my braids all the way to the end as I braid each braid individually. I don't like waiting to the end to do it because I feel like it just gives me more work. I like to just get it out the way. When you do get to the end, you will get like some skinnier pieces and you will have to pull some hair from another piece of the braid, as you see me doing now, just to give it a nice even finish. You don't want it to end up looking real scraggly at the end. So it's okay to pull pieces from another piece when you get to the ends, just so you can have a nice braid all the way to the tip. So again, I do recommend pre-parting the hair kind of in the sections, so that way when it's time to start the next braid, all you have to do is part from top to bottom and not do a whole section. It just made it a lot easier for me, and like I said, I did that throughout the whole head. You can see at the top right there, I still have the same parting pattern going on. It just makes my life so much easier when it comes to braiding my own head. So take a tip or two, okay sis? Don't make it hard on yourself. All right, so I always like to go on with some scissors and just kind of cut away some of the flyaways. I'm not that dope to not have a little bit of flyaways and hair sticking out the hair. I'm not that fly. That part is kind of tedious, but I do it because I want a clean looking result. And then I always put some kind of foam or mousse on top of my head to kind of get all of the hairs to sit nice and flat. I did hit it with a blow dryer. I just didn't show it on camera. And then those scraggly ends will be dipped into some hot scorching water every single time, so that when it comes out, it's nice and flowing and it's moving, y'all. So let me show you what it came out like. All right, so this is the next day, y'all. When I got finished my hair, it was like mad late, like in the middle of the night or something, and I went to sleep. I was not playing. So this is the next day. It looks so fresh, so clean. As you can see, there's no white residue. So that 𝐎𝐍𝐋𝐘, Salam Medea, is flowing, is moving. But what I was going to say is that 𝐎𝐍𝐋 braid gel is really good. You just have to smooth it in. I did use it before for a ponytail, and I did some nice sleek edges. If you want to see that video, definitely check it out. But it is a really good product, and I do love it, and I recommend it. But the hair is flowing. It's a nice length. It came ombre like this already. I have nice clean parts, and I'm proud of how it came out, y'all. I really like how it came out. I'm also going to show you an update on how it looked after a week, and then how it looked after 3 weeks as well. But so far, baby, we are in business because these are really cute. And like I said, it came with 5 packs. I only got a slither left of one of the packs. So the 5-pack bundle that I got should be enough if you're going to do a similar size. Now, this is the week update. This is what my hair looked like in 1 week. Untouched. Didn't do any retouching or anything. This is just how it looks. It looks really nice. Still fresh, still clean, and looking real good. That 𝐎𝐍𝐋 braid gel did not turn white or cake up or do anything crazy. The hair at the bottom, it did get a teeny little bit like crunchy stiff, but I think next week, I actually, like the week after this, I actually dipped it in some water, and that's fine. You dip it in some water and it's going to get nice and flowy all over again. But overall, after 1 week, it looks really nice. I'm going to give you the 3rd week update. Today makes it 3 weeks since I did my box braids. Okay, so this is the update. Now I did do this middle row over and this over like a few days ago, but everything else, all of this is still original. So I must say that it still looks pretty good. It's holding up, and the hair itself, like the actual hair, the braids still look pretty neat. It's not scraggly or anything. Really nice. Listen, I ain't no professional, but I ain't gonna lie, my install is kind of nice. Hair is still really nice, y'all. Really nice, not scraggly at the ends. I did dip it, like when I was like a week and a half again, I dipped it in some more hot water just to get it, like, you know, after a while I start getting like formed and stuff. I don't know, whatever, but it got it nice and flowy again. So the hair is doing really good. And what I really do like about the hair is it's not itchy. So back in the days, whenever I did box braids or whatever, and I used Kanekalon hair, I would soak it in apple cider vinegar, and that was actually what I was going to do this time too, but I forgot. Like, I genuinely forgot. And after I started my hair, I was like, yo, I forgot to soak the water, the hair. And then by the time I thought to do it, I was already like 1 row in, but I didn't want to stop, because normally when you soak the water and then it be dripping, you got to wait a day or something for it to stop dripping. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just keep going. And surprisingly, this hair don't itch. So it does not itch at all. I don't know if what normally is in the stuff that used to make me itch, but it's not itching. So I didn't have any problems with that, y'all, at all. My scalp don't itch, my skin don't itch. Really nice hair, and it was really easy to work with. Like, the tangling, I did get some, but it was at a minimum. Like, braiding, just naturally you get tangles, but it wasn't crazy. Like, I used to have like hair brands that I used to use, and it used to be like more tangle balled up here on the floor than hair I could use. But this hair is pretty good, and I like that it's pre-stretched, nice, smooth, and easy. So yeah, 3 weeks and we hanging in here. Unfortunately, this might be my last week or last few days with it, even though I love it so much, because I do have a wig review I have to do, so the hair has to come out. Unfortunate, I know, right? So yeah. Alright y'all, that is it. That is all. I will put in the description box the link to everything that I used in today's video and the amount of packs and everything I used, just in case you didn't catch it. But that's it. I'll see y'all next time. Comment down below what you think about this hairstyle, girl. Do you do your own box braids or what? Later.